Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. I decided to make a video here. It's been a while since I did a video, and this one is not tiny house related. But I'm out here, and I've got this, I guess you'd call it like a permaculture test plot, something along those lines. I've got quite a variety of plantings in here. And, you know, I've had a pretty hectic schedule this spring into the summer. And I haven't really been able to maintain this very well, and it's pretty overgrown with weeds right now, which isn't really a huge problem, and we'll talk about why that is in a minute. But I'm just going to kind of do like a quick little walkthrough, show what's in here, and then maybe I'll clean it up and do another video if there's still enough light. But right here, this here is comfrey. As you can see, it's huge. It was planted last year. It's probably the biggest plant I have in here right now. And the bees are loving it. I don't know if you can see any of these bees in here, but yeah, they're having a pretty good time. So right down here, this one here is this is a sea berry. And it was, as you can see, I've trimmed around it. It was completely engulfed. You couldn't even see it in dandelions and stuff. And what I do is, instead of trying to pull all the weeds, I just go through and I trim the undesirable weeds. And the weeds that I want, like this clover right here, I just leave them in. And so here's another sea berry. A little bit different shaped leaves. I'm not sure if that's you know, just because it's male or female, or I don't know why, but I have a few sea berries where the leaves are a little bit different. But as you can see, I've done quite a bit of trimming around here with all these dandelions, and I just leave them on the ground. And you know, instead of disturbing the soil, digging up the root, just leave that root in the ground. It's basically going to break the soil up. It's a deep penetrating root. It's going to bring up nutrients from deep down. It's not really a problem as long as it doesn't get to the point where it's actually killing all your plants that you want to keep. And what I've noticed is that a lot of plants grow better when they're near other plants. If you have plants that are just out in the middle of nowhere, a lot of times they don't grow too well. Plants like to be around other plants. You don't really find plants out in the middle of a dirt field in nature. So the next one here, this is radish, icicle radish. I couldn't find daikon seeds, so we decided to try icicle radish. And this one self-seeded from last year. So last year, we had a whole bunch of radishes in here. They got absolutely massive. Radishes are also really good at getting rid of soil compaction, and a lot of them seeded out, and I just let them drop onto the ground. So this one is back from last year, and there's some other ones in here. There's one here. There's one here. And I didn't realize it last year. I only tried a few. It was towards the end of the season, but the radish pods are really good. They're a lot like snap peas, and I apparently like lightly sauteed. They're really good, so I'm going to try that this year. So got a clover here. This is another sea berry. It's a bigger one. Got some dill. Another sea berry right here. This one I haven't trimmed around yet. You can see it's pretty much completely surrounded by dandelions, so I'm going to take that down. We got a thistle here. That's going to get cut. Last year I was pulling those out. I decided same thing. They have a really good taproot. I'm just going to cut them down, leave that taproot in the ground, and if they grow back, I'll cut them down again, and it'll just continue to improve the soil. All those nutrients that it's pulling up from deep down, it's just going to end up back on top of the soil, so that's good. This is some sort of a weed. I don't know what it is. I'm going to bring it down though. It's very sappy. It's got a sappy residue on it. Another sea berry. This is a red currant here. Doesn't actually look like it's doing great, but it's not dead either, so hopefully it does a little better here. And another sea berry. This one was planted last year, and it's probably doing the best at all the sea berries here. It's really robust. So I had a few losses last year, but this one seems to be doing really good. It looks like it put on at least 6 inches so far this year. Down the other side, got another comfrey right here, and that's not quite as big. Here's another small comfrey. So next year those ones will probably be the size of the ones at the beginning of the video. This is hazelnut. It almost died last year. There's one on the other side that did die, and basically it more or less grew back from the root. This is pretty much, there's a little bit off this one stalk here, but yeah, it's more or less growing back from the root. So it was, you know, maybe this tall, and some deer nipped the top off of it, and it got winter damage, and it's still good. So I had actually a fair bit of damage from deer. They came through here during the winter and kind of sampled everything. Let's see, this is some sort of bee balm here. It also, something hit all my plants this year. I don't know what happened. The tomatoes, I don't know if it was a late frost, but the tomatoes, all the leaves on them died back, but I think most of them survived, so we'll see. Another comfrey right here. I don't know what this is right here. This is a weird plant. I don't know if this is a radish or what. But it's not a regular dandelion, whatever it is. Saskatoon. This is a Saskatoon berry. Same thing. You can see up here on the top that the deer decided to have a snack. And these are really putting on a lot of growth. This side shoot here, this is all new this year, and it's probably about 10 inches. So I'm a little disappointed that the deer got to it, because if they didn't, they probably took about 6 inches off the top, and then also killed the growing shoots on the top. So it's this Saskatoon is bushing out, but it's you know, it's not gaining the height that I had hoped. It was, you know, it probably would have been, oh, I don't know, you know, maybe way up here somewhere. You know, it'd probably be a foot and a half taller if it didn't get nibbled on. Another type of bee balm, same thing. You can see it's kind of a little ragged, but it's still hanging in there. Another Saskatoon, and right here we have catnip. And this catnip, I planted it last year. It came back. I don't know if you can tell the perspective here, but it's almost as tall as that Saskatoon. It's probably 2 feet tall. It's just massive. Probably other than that, than the comfrey is what came back the strongest this year. So I'm digging that. Cats are gonna love that. Another Saskatoon. I think these are Northline Saskatoons, so it's a you know, like improved variety, higher yields than a wild variety. Lots of weeds down there. They're all gonna get trimmed. And another Saskatoon, some more radish, and then here's one of the tomatoes. Same thing, if you look at it, something, I don't know if it's some sort of, you know, fungus or what, but something killed these leaves and the side branches, but it's powered through. So, and we got some new growth at the top there. So I'm hoping to get at least some tomatoes, although it's a little disappointing that they died back like that. And there's another one, where is it? There's another one right here. See, if you look at it, the entire top died, but there's some growth down here. So this one made it as well. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing. But that's kind of how it goes. But you know, a lot of this stuff, it's just a mass of plants. A lot of this stuff, and this is, you know, these are the roots of the radishes last year, right there. These radishes are just crazy. They put on an incredible amount of biomass. I would say, like, they were like 5 feet high last year. It was I had to keep cutting them back over and over so they didn't swamp out all the other little trees. But yeah, they're back, and I'm looking forward to, here's a whole bunch right here in the middle. I'm looking forward to a whole bunch of tasty pods this year. So that's probably it for now, and I'll get trimming these weeds. All right, catch you later.